The number of deaths and infections from the deadly COVID-19 has soared across the globe. China is no longer the only breeding ground for the deadly disease. There are now more daily cases being recorded outside of China than inside the country. The World Health Organization says the outbreak has reached a decisive point.
This virus has pandemic potential, and WHO is providing the tools to help every country to prepare accordingly. This is not a time for fear. This is a time for taking action.
Iran is one of the hardest hit nations, but WHO Executive Director Michael Ryan says the country has very high clinical capacity. Ryan believes that the 10% death rate in the country is probably because they didn't consider mild cases in its count. The first cases in Iran were announced on February 19th in the city of Qom. Since then, the government has ramped up measures to contain the outbreak.
People should avoid unnecessary trips. All universities and higher education institutions will be closed next week. Schools in provinces that have been affected by the outbreak will be closed for 3 days next week, beginning from Saturday. All public gatherings, including concerts, theaters and wedding celebrations, are banned.
Authorities have also cancelled Friday prayers in over 20 cities, including Qom and Tehran, and banned Chinese citizens from entering Iran. Leader of Iran's Islamic Revolution Ayatollah Sayyid Ali Khamenei has hailed the efforts of the health ministry, nurses, and doctors in combating the disease. Concerns are growing as the outbreak has spread to over 40 countries. French President Emmanuel Macron says France is preparing for a jump in coronavirus cases.
We have to be transparent about the information we have, and that's what everyone is trying to do so our fellow citizens know and can prepare without at the same time creating unnecessary panic. Because I think you have straightened things out. We have a crisis before us. An epidemic is on its way. We know that some countries are already more seriously affected than us, which means that at every stage we have to change the way we're organizing ourselves and face up to things as best we can.
The United States and South Korea have postponed their forthcoming joint military exercises. Saudi Arabia has banned pilgrims from visiting Islam's holiest sites to try to contain the spread. Japan's Prime Minister Shinzo Abe has called for schools to close for several weeks. But President Donald Trump has played down fears of a major outbreak in the United States.
Because of all we've done, the risk to the American people remains very low.
Trump's comments contradicted warnings from American health officials. The U.S. Centers of Disease Control and Prevention says it has detected the first case of unknown origin in the country, signaling that the virus may be spreading within communities. COVID-19 is believed to have originated in a market in the central Chinese city of Wuhan, where it was first detected in early December. The World Health Organization says the coronavirus can be contained if proper measures are taken at an early stage of the outbreak.